Hi everyone, this is Cherry Enchantress and this is Pixie Dust Tarot, and I'm here with your November reading. So this is energies that will happen in November for love, money, health, spirit, and anything else that we deal with in our daily lives and our spiritual lives. So we have three piles here. Pile 1 is the Cunning Woman, silent, observant, and wily. Pile 2 is Frigga. This is readiness, bounty, and plenty. And pile 3 is Astrild. This is love, fire, sensuality, and fertility. I'm going to be using the Autumn's Delight deck and the Enchanted Oracle and the fairies, the Brian Froud Fairy Oracle. All right, to get some messages. So take a deep breath in. Close your eyes, release your breath. Open your eyes and let them drift to the pile that's meant for you. Let's begin. All right, so here is pile 1, the Cunning Woman. This is silent, observant, wily, the Cunning Woman. And she's all about time for talk or action, or put your money where your mouth is, talk and action. Or action that supports your talk, walk your walk. It's time to be independent, watchful, and intelligent. So she has very specific knowledge. She has the ability to be silent and watchful. And her message to you is to watch and observe what people and the beings around you are doing. It's through her actions that you will know them better by being silent and observant. There's also an element of secrecy. So certain things that you have to keep close to your heart, certain information, certain thoughts, certain knowledge until you can divulge more, which is very Scorpio. We're in Scorpio season. Don't feel guilty about keeping certain things to yourself, because there's oftentimes a time and place for divulging things, and right now it's about being silent about it, and then when the appropriate time comes, then you can speak up about it. It's time for you to be shrewd and careful about your next step, and that's not a bad thing. It's wise to conserve your energy and be silent and withhold a little bit, and see the patterns around you, and then you'll understand better what to do next. Because if you do anything without this ability to observe and you just impulsively act, even without knowing, without the observation, you could stumble into something that you weren't prepared for. So with a little time and a little observation, then you'll have more ammunition, you'll have more knowledge, it's like vetting something out, but without people knowing what you're doing. It's like you'll be able, when the time comes, you'll be able to share and talk to people about your plans. And at that time, you'll have the whole package ready to present, and there won't be any reason for people to second guess you, because you will be prepared. So this is also a listen card. So if you're a person who likes to talk, maybe now's the time to be the listener. Quiet your mind, steady your gaze, be focused, and then allow your inner knowledge, your innate clever nature to make sense of what's taking place around you. And then be still. There's Eckhart Tolle talks about stillness and being in the present and stillness, and that's very helpful. And he used observation in a great way to help him really understand himself better and his motivations. And sometimes if you understand yourself better, then you know better why you jump into certain things. So maybe it's not the time for jumping, it's the learning the why first. So you will be seeing truth. Scorpio season is about truth coming out and things not being hidden. And even though you're keeping things to yourself, you're also allowing the things that are meant to be revealed to come to the surface so you can see them more clearly. So kind of keep to yourself, see the truth, and then, go from there, it's a good way, because like sometimes there's people like will spin, or there'll be a story, or there'll be imagination, and then it turns into something like more than what it really is. So this will help you like compare the things that you're observing to the actual things that are happening. All right, let's see what your Autumn Delight has to say. Okay, nice. So we have diversity. So one of the things that you may be dealing with is people and places and things that are a little bit unusual, a little bit different than what you're used to. And diversity to me is like a spice. It's like the spice of life. So trying out new things, new approaches, or maybe this whole approach about being still and quiet is something that you're not used to doing, and and it will be beneficial for you. You have tranquility, which I think all of this will lend itself to your own personal peace, So this is good for, I feel like, this is part of your health and wellness, this kind of approach. We have creativity. You're being still and giving yourself a chance to not rush into things, but give yourself time to create and use your imagination is actually a great step in creativity when you're designing something, when you're planning something. And maybe this is also has to do with something like artwork, where maybe you have certain steps, and sometimes in art we have ugly phases, and sometimes it's okay to show the ugly phases, and sometimes it's just best to leave it until the very end and the big reveal. And then after the big reveal, you can show like your time-lapse video or whatever, how you got there. So ultimately, it's important for you to have patience, because I feel there's a part of you that can't wait to show people something that you're doing, and it's making you want to go a little bit faster than Spirit is suggesting. You take your time with it. Take your time. There's no big rush. All will be revealed, and everybody will be impressed, and you will be impressed with yourself. So let's see what. Okay. We have the Renaissance Rose come out. So this is the Enchanted Oracle. The Renaissance Rose is very beautiful. You could possibly be going to like a medieval fair, a Renaissance festival, and there also is the chance that you may have wanted to go to a Renaissance festival, one of the early like the early days of the fair, and because of your schedule, you have to put it off into one of the later weekends or whatever, or something having to do with maybe you have a booth or something that has to do with selling your goods or something like that. I feel like there is just going to be the right time and the right place for everything. Renaissance means rebirth and revival. So I feel like this is like adding things and leaving things behind. Certain things that don't fit in your schedule anymore, you may have to leave behind, and certain new things you're going to add into your schedule. Okay, let's see about your the back is called the Topsy-Turvies. See what the fairies have to say. Ooh, you have, maybe you're a singer. You have the singer of the chalice. Nice. I love that. So the singer of the chalice seems like it'd be a very romantic one. It definitely has a love energy to it. The singers are all about the fairies who make their songs, and you can hear their song. I feel like you and your person might have a song connection, a music connection. So, and the singer of the chalice is all about joy, trust, patience, and creativity. I'm not kidding there. And hope and miracles. So this is just really beautiful. It's like rainbow of energies pouring like wine. Trust, love, and patience. These are things we think of having, you know, and see yourself having this, because this is coming through for you. Patience is a virtue, right? And love is patient, love is kind. And I feel like if you give it a little chance, it's going to grow really beautiful. The singer of the chalice and the other fairies are trying to give you a good feeling about unconditional love and trust and hope and healing and patience, and open, like being open. And if you need to learn how to be open, then ask the fairies. They will give you a sign, a clue on what to do next. So since you kind of have a little leaning towards love and the good coming through, let's find out more about your love situation here. Let's see. All right, you have manifesting the one. Wow, really nice. So that's beautiful. I feel like too, like I'm gonna get you one tarot card that will tell you about what's coming in for money. Let's see if we can get a money card. I'm gonna shuffle these, and this is gonna signify your money situation. Since I wasn't quite getting money, I was feeling more health and wealth, well-being, spirituality, creativity, career, job-wise, creativity, patience, and love-wise. But let's see. One more message about. There we go. Yes. So there could be a performer here. We have the Queen of Wands. She could be an actor or singer, performer of some sorts. Even if you're not a performer, I feel like Queen of Wands energy. Also, happy birthday, Sagittarius, at the end of the month. And you could be a Sagittarius watching, or a Scorpio. So happy birthday to the Scorpios. And Sagittarius definitely is very outspoken, outgoing, has a very broad way of thinking. Not a broad way of thinking, but could be. But just this ability to have a very broad mind and a philosophy, interested in travels and anything that has to do with religion, but not necessarily any particular religion. I just feel like there's some interesting dynamics here with the Queen of Wands. So it's either you or somebody that you're going to be in contact with that's going to have a nice flourish about them, a nice energy that touches you and makes you feel creative and sparks your energy. And it's possibly you could be sparking your own energy with this fire woman here. And Sagittarius is only one of them, but it could be Aries and also Leo's here. She is definitely vibrant and center stage. She likes the finer things. She's intuitive and beautiful and passionate, sunlit from the inside out, exuberant, radiating confidence, charismatic, positive, dedicated, engaging, attractive and cheerful and upbeat, adored by everyone. She could be an athlete, a very warm and creative, practical, kind of a practical witch maybe, magnetic and sincere and inspiring, and possibly a redhead with blue eyes. So there's this beautiful energy coming through. even if it's not any of those fire signs, there is definitely like a sacral chakra glow about this person, and it could be you, and you could be having a nice glow up. All right, let's see about your charms. All right, let's see what we have. Looking too many. Woo, you got a twin flame coming through. Then you have the Girl Scout motto here, which is like, on my honor, I will try to do my best to serve. Basically, it's serving your God, if you believe in God, or serving your higher person and helping people. And it's very similar to, you know, like the witch's oath too. It's like, do no harm, and the tenfold law, and all of those things. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. So really a beautiful energy here. Something very sure coming through with the blue marble of Venus. We have love is definitely in the forefront. We have, I feel like this represents, it could be a child, but I also think it could be you and a glow up, and like an exercise routine, or taking good care of yourself. You have this little elephant of familiarity, like feeling really in touch with a certain person. And like, you seem familiar. And then the dog represents loyalty, and could be a twin flame. It could be a soulmate coming through. And like I said, you have a connection through music too. And apples, a basket of apples represents plenty. So I feel like you could be celebrating. The wine glass means celebrations. The shell means like listening to nature. And the apples to me represents an abundance. And I feel like you're moving into a space of a lot of abundance for November. So I hope you like that. I'm going to move on to the next. Please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. And if you're not, thank you for coming back. Thanks for watching the channel. And really appreciate you being here. And yeah, enjoy the rest of the readings. If you want to go ahead and watch all of them, feel free to, because there could be little messages in each pile. Okay, moving on to the next. And pile 2 is Frigga, which is readiness, bounty, and plenty. We're celebrating the redheads. All right, so Frigga, she is here to show you that you have plenty. You have a lot. You are at a moment of great good fortune in this lifetime. November was going to be super fortunate for you. You've created for yourself more than enough, and now the goodness is flowing to you. And then take that and invest it wisely. And it's, you know, sometimes we like to squander or just buy frivolous things, or for, you know, like during our early parts of our lives, sometimes we don't apply ourselves the way we would have, and when you get older, like, you may look back in hindsight. So don't let those feelings come over you. Like, don't let time pass you by. Seize the opportunity. It's a gift, you know. And this card is also saying that it's time to share that a wonderful moment is worked with wisely. So invest in yourself and in your health and create wealth. That way you create more health and wealth, and learn and study and offer your support and investment to worthy others. So what you do for yourself ends up being something that you share with others. Take care of yourself and make yourself into who and what you've always wanted to be. You know, sometimes we make choices because we feel like it's the right path, but in hindsight, it's just another pattern. So what's important to us is focusing on ourselves and just really know what's good for you right now, right here, right now, and don't get trapped into another pattern that will manifest similar results like you did in past times. You know, I know every person and every opportunity is different from the one before, and you may be a different person now, and you may have a different mindset, and those are all good things too. As long you can focus on manifesting the best possible outcome, so always stay in that mindset, but at the same time too, be observant and be aware of anything that you might be repeating, like falling back into. But I think with Frigga here, you are just about to get your fortune, you know. This time, maybe you've been here before, but this time, she's asking you, Frigga is saying, when you get this big money, when you get this big bounty, what are you gonna do? You know, don't just just be splurging on something. Be very mindful about how you spend this good fortune. Be ready to act. Create a game plan. Create a list. A to-do list, or a wish list. Also, create a bucket list, because you need a bucket list in order to know what you want to do when you have the money to do it, or when you have the ability to do it, or the opportunity to do it. So also, this is about your own skills and your home and your mind and your body. And those are the things that Spirit is encouraging you to invest in the most. All right, so let's get a little Autumn's Delight. Okay, it's been very nice and flipping out just the right amount of cards. So we have Discovery. Discovery is like, you know, like finding something new, stumbling upon something exciting. And Comprehension. I feel like a lot of people here might be going back to school or taking some kind of courses or something like that, because Frigga seems to have some of that. Or investing in your education. You have Tradition. So, you know, I was talking about patterns. Patterns aren't necessarily the same thing as tradition, but sometimes we do things just because of tradition. It's tradition, you know, and that's okay. Like, if you want to, you can, as long as, it's a healthy habit, or it's a healthy thing to do, or even if it's not outright healthy, it's just it's a one-time deal. Like, if it's your tradition to eat pie then do it, eat your pie, you know, but sometimes we don't always have to do everything because of tradition. Sometimes we can change our habits or traditions or our cycles, or our patterns. And then we have shadows. Shadow is really cool. It's like, in this case, what stands out? It's not the shadow that stands out. It's the beautiful stars that stand out. So in the shadow, you will find the light. In your own shadow, whenever you do shadow work, observe yourself, look deep inside, discover yourself. Then you'll see what you need to do in order to move into this abundance and this richness. All right, let's see what the Enchanted Oracle says. All right, and you have the Night Queen. The Night Queen is very beautiful. She's deep and romantic. This could be about you spending some time doing shadow work, which is definitely part spiritual and part health and awareness energy. It's, if you can do some like shadow dives, then it will learn more things about yourself that maybe you didn't even realize that you were doing. Like, you did it just sort of on autopilot. Maybe it could be some things that you just, or some things that are intentionally that you do, like traditions and rituals, because it's simply a tradition. But going into yourself will help you understand more about yourself. So this is about in being invited to visit the dark corners of your soul, the uncharted realms of the spirit world. And it's not always pleasant, but it is always enlightening. In the shadow you see the light, you know. So question some of the things that you have done and make some realizations, you know. Reveal some of the things that you've hidden from others and show them. Like pile 1 was all about hiding certain things, and you're a little bit more about revealing things. You know, reveal yourself once you've you know, looked inside. Pile 1 is observing others, and this one's a little bit more about observing yourself. Okay, let's see what the fairies have to say. These are the topsy-turvies on this side. Oh yeah, the singer came out. Oh, nice. Another singer. Oh, you got Unity. Unity is so beautiful too. This also makes me feel like something romantic is happening here. And so we didn't tap a whole lot on the romance, but there could be some kind of discovery as far as romance is concerned. But I think the Unity will tell us a little bit more about what's happening in your love life. Unity is very special and unique. It's about a mystical experience and a spiritual home. So this is asking you to remember the mystical concepts that we're all one and we're unified in a holistic universe. And it reminds us to look at your needs and other needs, people's needs, and a common goal. What do we need to do together to bring a better world, right? It's about cooperation and community. After you do some deep diving, then you're able to, you know, come out like a cocoon and help others with this revelation. You know, it's time to achieve personal goals, but also like goals that you are seeking to achieve with others. And I feel like it could be romantic goals as well that you're seeking to achieve. So let's see what's coming up next for your love life. All right, you have a soulmate coming through. Let me see, anything else with that soulmate? The soulmate is saying that you have found your romantic counterpart. All right, I think that's good enough. You're going to find, if you haven't found them yet, you're going to find your romantic counterpart. Let's get a one card tarot here and see what kind of work might come out. What other messages having to do with either work or love or health? All right, you got the star. The star represents Aquarius. For some of you, might be Aquarius. The star is all about renewal and rebirth. We had a lot of renewal and rebirth in pile 1, but isn't Frigga a little bit of readiness, bounty and plenty, renewal and rebirth? And the star, it could also be like getting attention and having the spotlight on you and showing your stuff to the world. Yeah, because the Night Queen is talking about it's time to open up and reveal yourself. The star is about hope and dreams coming true. This is liberation and faith. This is purification and cleansing. These are blessings coming through, inspiration and healing, your optimism and peace and serenity. This is a dawn and a guiding light coming through. So definitely a high spiritual month for you. There does seem to be like you started off with a bounty, the abundance card. So I feel like finances might not be that much of an issue, but definitely what's the focus is here is manifesting that abundance through your meditation, through your intention setting, through the law of attraction, you know, through manifesting. And so you have that ability to do that here. Okay, let's see what your charms have to say. Alrighty. Just kind of get a few, not too many. Alright, you have the hanger, which represents hang in there, but also buy yourself some nice clothes. So let's say you're going back to school, you might want to get a new wardrobe. If you're finding a new job, dress like you feel confident. And the sun is coming out. The sun shines on the whole reading, which means all areas of your life are sparkling right now. We have the autism awareness pin, which you could have somebody with autism in your life, but there could be also the connection that you have with a certain loved one could be like a puzzle piece, just fitting perfectly. You just fit like a glove. And yeah, look, oh, this is my this is a beautiful charm that my uncle gave me. It had a citron in here because that's the gemstone for November, and I'm a November baby, and he got this for me when it had it. I'm gonna need to put a new citron in there, but this in Chinese or Japanese, this symbol right here means love, so he sent me love with a November love. And then yeah, so it could be a November love coming through because we have wedding bells or church bells, however you want to look at it. There's some kind of call to you. There's this person that could be somebody from your past life. And the fish is all about abundance. It's about honor and recognition, so you're definitely getting noticed. And you definitely have abundance coming through. The windmill is power, like the air energy and the power of air. And so that's really interesting. So yeah, it looks like some good energy coming through. I feel like you're really going to be in your, like, feel good in your skin this month, like feel really powerful in the ability to manifest the things that you want in your life. So I hope you like that. Thumbs up if you like that. You know, hit that little thumb. It has like this little confetti party. And then if you're not a member, also hit the subscribe button, or subscriber, hit the subscribe. If you're a member, if you want to become a member, hit the join button. I would love to have you. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you to all my subscribers already out there, and definitely thank you. Big hugs and kisses to my members. I'm going to move on to the next. All right, and here we have pile 3 with Astrild. She's very pale, isn't she? This is love, fire, sensuality, fertility. So some of you in this group could be interested in having babies, making babies. Yeah, having or making babies. Okay, vroom. So let's see what our Autumn Delight has to say. Here we go. All right. We have gratitude, an attitude of gratitude. An attitude of gratitude gets you a long way. I feel like this also represents that you have abundance. You know, it's not like you're seeking more because you're so grateful for what you already have, and that is wonderful. And you have maturity, and that comes with it. You know, you're not like a petty little kid. Not saying that kids are petty, but you know, you have a maturity about you. You have an understanding that this positive attitude comes with maturity. And harvest, wonderful. So I feel like you've already done a good job of investing some of the things that you've already done, some of the money you've already made, or some of the abundance that you already have. You are reinvesting it into your life, into yourself, and building your portfolio, whatever it is, because you're going to harvest that. Like, the money is coming in, you know, the seeds that you planted are now popping up. Beautiful plants. And look what else, you got a date coming through. This, you know, could represent other, like, just dates in general, like a special day that you have set aside, like a birthday like me, or it could be a love, a romantic situation, or both even. So let's see what the Enchanted Oracle has to say. Maybe we'll get more about it. I feel like your abundance is really out the wazoo, because look at all of those apples. You are probably blessed with the fact that, you know, there's rich and there's rich. You probably have the rich that I grew up believing in, you know, richness of family, richness of support, richness of just, you know, maybe also inheritance and heredity, and the people you know, your friendships, all of those things are blessings, and you have a gratitude for them, and you find those more valuable than just a sack of money. But it looks like you also have a sack of money because of that beautiful attitude that you have too. Let's see what else we can get. Okay. We have the Green Woman. All right, that's perfect. Green Woman is just about it's like having a green thumb. It's like having the Midas touch. Like whatever you touch turns to gold. Like whatever you grow becomes a huge plant, you know. And so the Green Woman is this energy, because of your graciousness and your good attitude. You have this strong ability to give things meaning and abundance. She's also the partner to the Green Man, so that could also mean that you have a soulmate or a twin flame out there. It also, if you started a project, definitely use November to finish it as soon as possible, the early parts of November. Or if you haven't started a project yet, then now is a good time to start your projects, because you will bring amazing harvest this month. It will, no matter how big the project is, it will feel so good. And it could be like something creative and artistic, like a masterpiece painting, or it could be something practical, like cleaning out your closets or something like that. But I feel like that, because everything in your life seems quite imbalanced right now, but these little things of projects, of fulfilling a project from beginning to completion, is going to really boost your energy really nicely this month. Okay, let's see what... well, all the singing fairies have come out so far. Let's see what else comes out for you. One fell on the ground. The one that fell on the ground was Unity, and that came out in pile 2. So there could be a message in the Unity about soulmates. Or it could also be a message that you're supposed to watch pile number 2. All right, you have the Retrievers. Okay, I'll have to look at how cute he is. She the Retriever. All right. All right, this font is very hard to read, and this guy is Ilby, the Retriever, and this is about Office of Unclaimed Property, Hopes and Wishes and Loyalty. So there could be this chance that you could win something, like win the lottery, win Publishers Clearinghouse, stumble upon some money that was supposed to be given to you that was not. But that being said, I just want to warn you, there are some phishing attempts out there with the PH phishing. So be aware, like if somebody's asking for your social security number, don't give it to them. Even the government doesn't ask for your social security. They ask for the last 4 digits. So if anybody's asking for more than 4 digits, then delete them and run away as fast as you can. But otherwise, there is a chance that you could be finding some money that has been stashed away. Ilbe is trying to remind you of something that you maybe lost, or could be a hope or a dream, and maybe you thought it was gone forever, but there could be a chance that this is coming back. He's holding it out to you for reconsideration. He thinks that you can do something with it now. Maybe it's that project that you were supposed to finish and you forgot to finish it last month, and now, you know what, November 8th is the full moon. It would be a great time to work on it right now, and complete that project and feel that beautiful, glorious, fulfilled feeling by November 8th. I think I'm going to do that too, because I have a project that's sitting right behind me that needs to be finished. One face left and I'll be done. So, you know, there is something that is coming through. It could also be like a romance coming through, and somebody that you just, maybe you wrote off, or maybe you didn't think that this was ever going to go anywhere, and suddenly you're like, what? We're actually boyfriend and girlfriend now, or we're actually moving into our next phase, and that's amazing. So there could be personal things that you want to do, like to feel good, like, oh, you know, pampering things like bubble baths, or yeah. Also know that there is this ability to follow a certain path, and the path is going to be a little more obvious than you realize. The path will be laid out for you in a beautiful way, in a way that you will recognize. So just, you're a little bit of both 1 and 2. It's kind of like being observant outside yourself, being observant inside yourself, and then realizing that your clues and cues from universe are a lot more obvious than you thought they were. It's quite obvious. There's gonna, you know, I think universe is saying, okay, we're not going to be subtle anymore. We're going to just like really make it obvious and help you out so you can follow the path that makes you feel the most fulfilled. All right, so and underlying all of it is you have this beautiful attitude of gratitude, of course, and you also have an amazing loyalty about you. And I think Spirit is like really, really wanting to reward all your goodness. You know, they want to reward you for being such a wonderful person, and they want to give back to you this amazing harvest, this abundance, because of your maturity, your good nature, your kindness, and they want to bring you love and happy moments with people. Let's get let's see about what could be coming next, maybe in work. Let's just get one tarot card. There we go. Look, reciprocity. 6 of Pentacles. I feel like, ooh, the guy that you, okay, some of you this is a guy, and some of you this is you, and some of you it's just like however you want to see this, but it's a good flow back and forth. For a lot of you, I see like the very first time I ever fell in love, it was kind of a moment like this. My co-worker came in with her baby, her little child, and the boy that I liked walked over there and talked to her for a moment, and he was kind of like playing with the little baby, and I don't know if he was throwing the baby up in the air or whatever, but the scene with the child just made me feel so much love for him that I think I fell in love with him in that moment. And there could be something like that for you, like something that definitively makes you realize, oh my gosh, this is the one. Something very sweet, the way he treats you or the way he treats others. Okay, let's see what the romantic fairy says. All right, this is your perfect match. You complete each other in the most harmonious way. And you got a second one that says a natural evolution. So let the situation unfold naturally. I think, you know, everything is coming to play really nicely here, and it's going to be just exactly what you dreamed of and hoped for. Let's get some charms. All right, here we go. I'm just going to get a few. Ooh, okay. You have good luck here. You have the key to anything you can open, but specifically opening somebody's heart. You have lucky number 13. Oh, is that, yeah, 13. You have the Eiffel Tower, which to me talks about destinations and travel, but it could also represent the fact that you're like a transmitter tower, sending a signal out into the universe, manifesting what you desire. And you have the flamingo. Somebody here is an odd bird, but they're very balanced. You have the wine cellar, which to me is kind of back to like that harvest. Like you have a bounty. You have something hidden too, like hidden treasures within your own home sometimes too. Like more than enough things to fall back on if times get hard. You have plenty. And then you have the Pegasus. So you're really soaring and flying. The dagger represents, it's like the sword. It's like swords in the tarot, which is truth and honesty and justice and following through like with your community and bringing about just things into your community. And yeah, because we have voting too coming up, which you know, in the United States, if you're from here, that might be something that means a lot to you. We have glasses, is like looking at things more carefully, but the glasses can also represent, you know, checking your eyesight too, making sure that you have a good prescription, and also just plain checking your health of your eyes. But it could also just mean like certain things that are small sometimes get overlooked. So take a closer look on everything. And the bicycle is all about, the bicycle compared to somebody's walking seems to go very fast, but compared to a car, right, it seems kind of slow. So to me, it's about perspective. Okay, well, it looks like a wonderful month for you too. Like definitely with the 4-leaf clover coming out, you're going to have amazing amount of luck, and I feel like definitely love too coming through. So with that heart key to somebody's heart, definitely soaring, and an amazing great attitude. This very wonderful mature attitude you have is getting you a great amount of abundance. And I hope you like that. Thumbs up if you like that. Hit that little thumb down there, and there's like this little confetti party. Next to that, you can subscribe. And if you are not a subscriber, then thank you for coming by and subscribing. If you are a subscriber, thank you very much for being here and subscribing. And if you're a member, I just am just overjoyed to have you part of this group. Thank you so much, members. You know who you are, and I love you very much. And thank you for coming out to lives and continue to support me. It means the world to me. So I appreciate all of you, and I hope you have a wonderful month of November. Happy birthday, Scorpios and Sagittarius. I'll see you guys at the next reading. Don't forget to watch your daily dust, and hopefully one of these days I'll bring back your weekly love message from your person. But do check out the little mini love message readings that I've been posting from TikTok. I've been reposting them here on YouTube. So I hope you like that, you guys. Faith, trust, and pixie dust.